So this is a pretty common taping technique for knee pain. Knee pain is often caused by a malalignment of the patella that's sitting here. This is done on a right knee. And before I get started, there are two things you have to remember is no cream on the legs. It has to be a dry surface. And if you have a lot of hair in this area, you're better off shaving it off first because it'll be quite sensitive, pulling the tape off afterwards. So let's get started. So the first thing you have to do is locate your kneecap. So how do you do that? You kind of find this wobbly piece of a wobbly little bone under there. And I usually go the top, the bottom, the inner side. This is a right knee, and the outer side. And then I just connect my dots, and that's how I find my kneecap. Then I take my kneecap and I separate it into 4 parts. And I'm only going to be using the inner part. This is a right knee. And the reason why I'm only want to use the inner side of this knee is because I'm going to take the kneecap and bring it more inwards, medially. So how I do that is I cut a strip ahead of time. Oops, I know, I'll show you how I do that before I put it on. I take my cover roll tape, you'll see it on my website, where to find it on Amazon. I measure it up and I'll cut there. Okay, so I have my strip. I've got one already pre-done. And I'm gonna stick it on the upper inner square. I go a little bit over the line because what I'm gonna do when I'm finished is I'm gonna actually end in the middle. So I bring it up and over, I hold a little bit on this end, and I tape. Okay, so the kneecap is already sitting more in the center. Okay, and my second strip of tape is going to be the length from the outside of the knee, not too far on the outside, just about there, and coming across and finishing up at the same area as the first strip. So I'm going to take that. And we start on the outside. You can fix it. You're not sure, you don't want it to come off, just make sure you hold it, pull it a little bit, and stick it on the inside. So that's your taping technique that you can use before you do physical activity. This helps your knee stay in alignment during physical activity. If you're finding that the tape wants to come off because you are exercising, doing jumping, running, that kind of thing, you can add little mini strips on either side just to hold it down. And those are my little extra ones I sometimes put if I know I'm going to be doing more movements, and it just keeps it tucked in. You don't have to use it depending on if the tape sticks or doesn't want to stick. So that's all you have to do, and you go off and exercise, and it'll keep your knee in alignment, and you'll also be strengthening your inner muscles at the same time because you've just engaged them.